Hi, this is my Peugeot 205. I had some problems with the Bosch motronic system. There were no local shops who could help me. I live in Belgium. There are very few shops who know how to work on these. Local Peugeot dealers, it's too old for them. They don't have the knowledge anymore. If you go to an old-timer shop, really, they only know about carbs, so I had to find this one out myself. I now have it running quite perfectly. You will have to open this little the cover from it. You have to do it very carefully and heat it, preheat it, and then gently pry it off. It's held down with silicone. You also need to make absolutely sure that your injectors are perfectly clean and matched. I used one of these. It's not very expensive, but it does the job. But you have to get the right fluids for it. This is to clean the injectors inside the ultrasonic bath while the machine fires the injectors while they are in the solution, which gets out of a lot of dirt inside of the injectors. My injectors looked fine, but they were really dirty inside. I also got some spares, so I was able to match them and get four injectors that were flowing and spraying in almost the exact same pattern. You will need to get one of this fluid also. This goes inside here. Also, without an air fuel meter, you can't really do anything. I just attached this one to a suction cap with a cigarette plug, so I can always I can take it out or put it in whenever I want. I have an extra sensor welded in the exhaust, so when I want to check, I just get this plug out, put it in the AFR meter, and I just put it up there so I can make some adjustments. You also need to check your fuel pressure. This is like a T-piece I got from a local hydraulic shop, so you can measure how much fuel pressure is coming out of this one. Mine is running about 2.5, which is normal for a car like this. And how do you adjust this? If you have a rich mixture on the AFR, like 14 to 14.5 is perfect. I aimed for 14. When my mixture was too rich and the idle circuit was too lean, so I adjusted this like 1/8 of a turn and then 1/4 of a turn, and drive it around, test it. And you need to drive it a few times, let it cool down, drive it again to make absolutely sure your adjustment is right before you glue it back up. Because I found out that you can adjust it and it seems fine on the AFR meter, but the next time it cools down and heats up again, you can have a little bit of a different reading. So it takes some trial and error. I just put the lid back on to drive and put some tape over it like this, so you can drive it and test it, and then open it up again and make a little few more adjustments, or like maybe some fine adjustments. But you have to be very careful when you adjust this. I tightened it clockwise, which leans it out, but it was then way lean on the idle circuit. So you have to adjust the idle circuit. If you turn this screw in, it's actually with an Allen key. It's actually an air screw. It's not a fuel screw, it's an air screw. So if you close it by turning it in clockwise, it enriches the mixture. If you turn it out, it's like a bypass screw. If you turn it all the way out, you get a lot of extra air that does not go past the main vein inside this which is held back by the spring. You can see the spring right here. So if you lean this out by tightening the spring clockwise, you will need to turn the Allen key also in. By that you are a little bit limited, because I have this screw like maybe one turn out now, because it has a cam, so it's a little bit different than stock. But you will have to check the AFR meter every time. I leaned this one out and then it was running really rough, and then closed this one off almost all the way, and then one turn out seemed to be alright on the AFR gauge. You have to run it a few times, cycle it, and then see what's what. And I got it running now very, very good on idle. On idle it's running like 14 and 14.5. On the motorway it's like 14. But when you pull, when you go full throttle, it goes like to 10. I found out this is normal for this kind of cars. When you push the throttle all the way open, it goes rich even when this is adjusted correctly. But if you hold the pedal and you're cruising like 120 kilometers an hour, it flows around 14, 14.5, 13.5, stuff like that.